Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch an 80s horror movie called Just Before Dawn, 1981. Let's check it out. Character actor Mike Kellen. He's hunting with his nephew. They're in some abandoned church somewhere in the woods. And then all of a sudden, who the hell is that?
Can't really blame you for getting a little shaky from all that blood, though.
Well, he goes outside, he doesn't see anything. Next thing you know, their truck is moving by itself. What the hell? His nephew, whose name is Vachel, then finds that guy inside the church. It's the last thing Vachel finds, other than death. Around the same time that's happening, these kids are listening to Blondie and driving through the Oregon forest. And George Kennedy is the forest ranger who they encounter. They're going to go camping for a few days.
I guess you're looking to find your way out of here. No, sir, we're doing just fine. We're going up the mountain to do some camping. I'm talking about.
He warns them not to go.
At least tell me where you're going, so that when you don't come back, I'll know how to fill out the report.
So they start wandering, and all of a sudden Ty shows up. Guess the code didn't get him.
Get easy, man. What happened? My nephew's still up there.
They think he's a crazy man, and they just let him go on his way, and they go walking, hiking to their campsite. Of course, a couple of guys prank the others. Later on, they hear singing.
Sounds like somebody's singing, doesn't it?
They find the source of that voice.
Hello down there.
I say, do you live around here?
Hey, don't run away. Hey, wait.
Hey!
Yeah, that's not
Maybe the
eerie.
camera scared her.
They have a close call on the rope bridge.
You okay?
Oh, no.
Very scenic film, that's for sure. A little while later, two of them go skinny dipping. Notice the guy in the background there. That looks like that guy who was in the church. And not only that, that weird girl's watching him too. And notice the arm that was grabbing her. It's not Jonathan's, because Jonathan's on land at this point.
All right, I'm gonna hold it here, and if you have grandma go get the tree, then we'll fool around.
Ty makes it back to the ranger station.
For the murder. My nephew, Rachel. Who did it? Who did it? Demon.
Nighttime is for getting down. Until the local hillbilly family shoots their boombox.
What's the problem?
There's that girl we saw singing.
Get off this land. You got no business here. Scadoot. Gonna raise the devil now.
Look, mister, this boy owns this place.
That's Chris Lemon. He
What's your
plays
name?
Jonathan.
Cat Logan.
And he meets Mary Cat the next day by herself. Who apparently has never seen a man before, other than her father. Jonathan meets that guy again.
How you doing?
He brought a machete with him.
You live around this place?
No! Jesus!
Well, he machetes the rope bridge, and Jonathan falls in. He manages to crawl back up the rock face, but it doesn't last long up there. A little while later, Warren and Connie have Jonathan drop in on them. I don't know if he's quite dead yet, but if not, he dies in a few seconds. Meanwhile, the dorky guy lost his glasses, so he can't see this guy coming. It's too bad. So Megan runs inside that building, and then we find out there's two of them. They're twins. We don't see exactly what happens to Megan here, but it's the last we see of her.
Yeah, you told us. We want to know why. What's out there?
You sure raised the devil around here.
Jonathan's body is found propped up later on. I'm sorry, not Jonathan's body, the nerdy kid's body. Who was Jonathan's brother, by the way. George Kennedy goes to investigate.
Howdy, I'm Roy McLean, U.S. Forest Service.
Doesn't get much from the Logan family.
You folks seen 5 young campers hereabouts?
Nope.
The daughter's gonna spill the beans. And she's gonna go tell George Kennedy the truth. Meanwhile, Connie's now out in the woods, and she finds the dude, or I should say the dude finds her. She ended up climbing a tree to get away, but the guy took his machete and chopped down the tree. But thankfully she's okay. And just as he's about to kill, Forest Ranger George Kennedy got him. Now remember, they don't know that there's two of them.
Get the hell out of here.
And now they're going to find out that there's a twin, though. Now it looks like the guy's going to squeeze the life out of her, but then she punches him. And by punch, I mean she sticks her arm down his throat. And apparently that did the trick, because our mountain man is now dead, just like his twin brother. Now, one last appearance from that girl, who then runs off, and that's our movie. Okay, let's talk about the movie Just Before Dawn. This is a slasher movie from the 80s. It did show up on cable on the movie channels back around that time, for 83, maybe 84. I never actually saw it, though. I ended up seeing trailers for this movie on other movies that I rented. Can't remember what company put that out back then, but that's where I would see it, and I was always remembering that line that George Kennedy says, just at least tell me where you're going so I know how to fill out the reports when you don't come back. That's what I always remember, and of course the machete going in the guy's gut. I think that was in the trailer too. But anyway, we have here 5 kids, and I want to say kids loosely because I think one of them's 29 years old. They're all in their mid-20s probably. They're going out to camp, Camp Silver Lake, I think is what they said, which I think is the name of the actual state park in Oregon where this was filmed. And apparently this one guy, Warren, has inherited some property up there, so he owns a piece. They're just basically going to go in the woods and go tenting for, I don't know, a weekend or something. I don't know. There's 5 of them, 2 girls, 3 boys. So anyway, George Kennedy kind of warns them not to go up there. We did see a scene early in the film where some machete-wielding maniac killed the nephew of this guy named Ty. I think they were out hunting, and so Ty went running away. He got away. Anyway, the 5 kids go tenting, and ultimately they start getting killed off. There's only 5 of them, so it takes a while for it to happen. One of them gets killed after crossing this rope bridge, and then he manages to climb back up, and then he gets knocked off. Jonathan was his name. That's played by Chris Lemmon, who was Jack Lemmon's son. 2 of them who aren't really a couple, but they were making out a little bit. One was played by an actress named Jamie Rose, who had the skinny dipping scene in this movie. And I can't remember his name, but he was kind of the nerdy guy in this movie. They were making out. He lost his glasses, or he didn't have them on or something, so he couldn't see the guy coming. It was kind of blurry. He thought it was either Warren or Jonathan. I can't remember. But then when the guy got too close, they got macheted. So that was the end of them. The girl got away briefly, but then she ran into this building and then she got killed there. Turns out there's two of these guys. They're twins. There's these twin serial killers with machetes. So that's who's doing the killing. So we're basically left with two people, Warren and Connie. And George Kennedy gets in touch with Ty. Ty managed to get back and survive. In fact, I think he survived the film completely. So George Kennedy goes looking in the woods for the kids, and he runs into this mountain family, Ma, Pa, and a daughter named Mary Cat was her name, Merry, according to the credits. Mary Cat. She's kind of fascinated by the kids, and she's been kind of spying on them here and there when they're skinny dipping and things. She tells George Kennedy, "I can lead you to where their camp is." But the father in the family says, "You've woken the devil. You've woken the devil." You know, so clearly there's some sort of connection. He knows kind of what's going on, and I think it's kind of hinted that they're like inbred. It says inbred twin sons or something. I don't know if that's the case, but anyway, George Kennedy managed to just shoot one of the twins. He doesn't realize that there's two of them. So Connie and Warren are back at their camp, and they're, I guess, going to carry on with their lives. And then they get attacked by the other twin, and they end up killing him in an interesting manner. The twin injures Warren, but then Connie punches him in the mouth, literally in the mouth. And she basically jams her fist down his throat, choking him to death. And that's kind of how the movie ends. So anyway, that is Just Before Dawn. So anyway, like I said, typical slasher film from the 80s, although not a ton of killing in it. I think only 3 people died. If you count the twins, the killers, I guess there was 5. And 6. There was the guy in the very beginning who died. So yeah, but not a high body count here. But it was kind of some cool kills with the machete going through them and coming out the back on one of the victims. Nice setting too. Like I said, I think it was called Silver Lake State Park with some waterfalls and stuff. It looked pretty cool. I'd like to visit that someday, and perhaps I will. And a brief nude scene from the actress Jamie Rose skinny dipping. And that's pretty much it. So that's Just Before Dawn. I have this double DVD set put up, a Shriek Show. I want to say maybe 2002 or something like that. It's been quite a while that I've had this movie. I want to say it's on Blu-ray now too, but I'm not 100% positive on that. But anyway, this is a movie that I had in my collection. I had it on a VHS tape. It's one of the very first VHS tapes I had when I started going from beta to VHS. It was an EP speed tape with 3 other movies. This was one. I think Deadline was on that same tape as well. But anyway, that's it. Just Before Dawn. I'm sure a lot of people have already seen this movie, so let me know what you think about it and leave some comments down below. Watch it. Bye.